What's up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at inequalities, which are algebra that's not equal to the other side. You'll understand how to solve inequalities and how to plot them on a number line. So let's start with something basic like this. Solve 14n is greater than 11n plus 6. Well, an inequality is literally just a linear equation that isn't equal. So we can solve this like a linear equation. So this 11n needs to go to the other side. We can do this by minusing 11n. And so what we're left with is 3n is greater than 6. And then let's divide by 3. And we're left with n is greater than 2. So now what we can do is we can plot that on a number line. So because it's not inclusive and it's just greater than, we have to represent it with a hollow circle. And then because it's greater than, we just put an arrow like so to represent that n can be infinitesimally large as long as it's greater than 2. We can also do something with this. Solve the linear inequality 3x plus 15 is less than 8x plus 5. Showed the algebra working clearly. So we can solve this as 3x plus 15 is less than 8x plus 3. And it's exactly the same as solving an equation. So we have our 8x here. We should put that on the other side. So we're going to minus 8x. It's the bigger of the two. I'm doing this on purpose because I also want to represent another point. Right? So what we're left with is minus 5x plus 15 is less than 3. So now what we need to do is we need to put this 15 on the other side. And so what we're left with is, we're minus 15, we minus 15. And so what we're left with is minus 5x is less than 3 minus 15 is minus 12. Sure, okay. Now, then we need to divide both sides by minus 5, right? You agree. So we're left with x is less than 12 over 5, right? Well, not exactly. You see, this time we're going to flip it. Because, let's say, right, we have 4. 4 is less than 5, isn't it? You agree, right? But let's say we were to divide both sides by minus 1. Then we would get minus 4 is less than minus 5, right? This is true, isn't it? No. We have to flip the sign. Make sense? I hope that made sense. So, we're left with x is greater than 12 over 5. So again, it's not inclusive. If it were inclusive, it would look something like this, where it would have an equal sign underneath. And we'll look at that in the next example. It's x is greater than, so we'll look for 12 over 5. It's around here. And then we're going to make it as big as possible and put an arrow to emphasize that it goes on infinitesimally. What about something like this? How do we present minus 2 is less than n, which is also less than or equal to 3? So what this is saying is n is between minus 2 and 3. So let's look at -2. It's strictly less than, right? So we're going to have to put a hollow circle here. But look at the 3, right? Here, it's greater than or equal to. And that's the important part. Equal to. So therefore, we want a filled in circle rather than a hollowed circle. And now all we need to do is connect the dots. So what we're saying is that between -2 and 3, n is anywhere between this range. We can also solve equations that do this exact way of presenting the inequality. Something like this. So for this example, 4x is less than 50 is less than 7x plus 4, which is also less than 6x plus 5. How are we going to solve said inequality? Well, what we need to do is we need to solve them as 2. So let's start with this. We say 4x minus 50 is less than 7x plus 4. And now I realize my number line might not be as suitable for this question, but that's okay. Let's put all the x's on one side. So we're going to put the 7x on this side. So we're left with minus 3x minus 50 is less than 4. We're then going to put this 50 on the other side. So we're left with 3x is less than, minus 3x, excuse me, is less than 54. And then we're going to divide both sides by minus 3. So x is greater than 54 divided by 3 is the same as what? X is less than minus 18. I'm going to change the graph a little bit so that it's adequate to our solution. So let that be minus 3, minus 6, minus 9, minus 12, minus 15, and minus 18. Yeah? And now what we're going to do, oh, and on the other side, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So, now for the other side, we have to do the same thing. So this time we're solving this inequality, that 7x plus 4 is less than 6x plus 5. And now let's solve. So, let's put the 6x on the other side. So we're left with x plus 4 is less than 5. And then put the 4 on the other side. So we're left with x is less than, x is less than, and we're left with, x is less than 1. So then our final inequality should look something like x in the middle, and we can see that x is greater than minus 18, right? Yeah, it's the exact same as this one, but all I'm doing is I'm just flipping this, so putting this on this side, putting this on this side. It's the same thing. And we're also told that x is less than 1. So now let's put that on the number line. Minus 18 is here. Again, it's not inclusive, otherwise it would have this symbol. Right? So it's not inclusive. So we have to put a hollow circle. Neither is 1, so we also put a hollow circle around here. Right? Let that be 1. And then let's connect the dot. And so therefore, this is our final answer. That's our range, and this is it presented on a number line. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that this video made a lot of sense to you. Please consider subscribing if this video was helpful to you. If you have any further questions or comments, join my Discord server, as that would be where I'm most active. And if you have an individual question, you can ask me direct. If you need some tutoring, then drop me an email and I can send a free meeting and a quote. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.